And all right, gentlemen and brethren and ladies. So this is the fourth and final video of the scene breakdowns of the recap from Apple Cinema. And I've been having fun doing these, man. This has been a good time. I think I got the tech set up down now. And I just want to give you guys a quick reminder. If by chance you get any sort of value from this, I sound like a corporate boner boy when I say that. If you get any sort of value from this, if you liked the movie, if you enjoyed it, if you were entertained by it, please just share it with a friend. Again, we're growing super organically. We're coming up on 10,000 views, and I'm pumped about it, man. Anyway, this is the fourth and final scene breakdown here. We're going to do the Roof Flashback. That was the name of the scene. That's what we called it back then. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this out so you guys can see it, and then we'll get into a little bit of a breakdown.
Hey, Coach, man. First thing I do when I get out of here, I'm gonna light the tip of that gold. Beautiful. There's no fucking way.
And just like that, that's the scene. Quick scene, really quick scene, but there's a lot to unpack here. Now, starting off by saying, this is actually one of my favorite scenes just because of the aesthetic of the scene. Going into this and when we shot it, I had no idea what the scenes were going to look like at night. I didn't know what the look was going to be like, and I thought Benny, our colorist, did a great job at making it look somewhat outerworldly with some of this royal blue. It was never my intention. I actually wanted there to be haze at night, but what I soon learned throughout this process is VFX artists and colorists need some sort of what they call color information to make edits on. So it's got to be bright. They need brightness to make edits. And so when you shoot in the night, it makes it very hard to color and it makes it very hard to add VFX. So essentially when we're unpacking some of the scene and we're figuring out how we want this to look, they were like, dude, we don't have many options here because these shots are so dark. The ISO is so low. We can only do so much. So Benny literally came back first try and came back with this deep royal blue look. And I was super pumped about it. Like, it was never my intention. I thought it came out really cool. And so we ended up doing that for most of the night scenes, especially the credit teaser. Now, let me just play it out a little bit here. So, boom. A lot to unpack in this frame. A lot. Starting off, this shot was taken 4 miles from the theater, right on Boylston Street. Me and Frank put the camera on a tripod, and we pivoted the tripod to make it look like it was a telescope. Because the theater itself is about 4 or 5 miles away from downtown Boston, and this angle was not practical to get. We would need like literally a NASA camera where they shoot planets on. We would need that type of camera to get this shot from the theater. So we went downtown with the Blackmagic. We used a zoom lens and we got up super close to try to emulate the perspective a little bit. Now, there is a lot of VFX in this scene. Initially, I wanted low-level clouds here that passed from right to left and out of frame that revealed the gold light. Essentially, Alex, VFX artist, was like, dude, I can't really find a cloud like that, but I can try to keyframe and move a more static cumulus cloud to reveal the gold light here. So instead of having clouds moving this way fast and revealing this, he kind of gave the clouds its own movement and moved it to the left, if that makes sense. Now, the gold light, that is Jimmy's VFX work, because everyone knows the Prudential downtown is normally red. If you guys go downtown tonight and go look at the Prudential light, it's normally red, but we want to go gold, man. Golden Deer Productions, right, brother? And it obviously makes sense for the story, because Adam goes downtown, lights this gold. Now, there's a big sound note here, which start to unpack the idea of world building with me a little bit. So I never had the idea for a sound to be going off as the Prudential light went on and off. But Leo, when we were in the studio, kind of started to fuck around with shit like that. And he was using a synthesizer with this horns plugin. And I was like, bro, can you start like keying that up to the light going on and off? And he started doing that, like, and it kind of gives it this, like, is it Interstellar? Is that the Matt Damon movie where, like, he's trying to go see the rich people in space? When he's in LA, it kind of gives that vibe, just like kind of chaos, like who knows what the fuck's going on downtown. That was kind of the vibe it gave me. So I really liked what he did. And if you see, he put a huge reverb, a huge echo on it to make the sound look like it's spreading out throughout the city. So here, take another listen. Hear that? Really nice touch. Pumped about that. Now, I'm going to point out a mistake to you guys that you guys would never catch, but this is one of my points in this scene. So listen, when we shot this in Cambridge, right at the theater. And look, there's another apartment building right here. But there are these 3 towers here. They're called the Rindge Towers, and there's it's the biggest housing complex in Cambridge. And thousands of people live in these towers. And so obviously it's not very practical for us to tell everyone in the towers, hey, we're shooting a movie up the street. Can you shut off all the lights in your tower? So if you look closely, there are a ton of lights here. See this? So Alex actually had to go in and pick these off individually. So if you look close, you see how there are little lights here? He couldn't do them all, but he had to pick a lot of them off individually. So it seemed like these guys are living in an apocalyptic world. So he couldn't obviously get them all, but these are little details we had to get done to kind of make this believable. So he picked all those off, and then additionally, look right here. This is a VFX mistake we made. Look right here. Okay? I believe this light is some sort of stadium light up the street, but you guys see that? So look, let me rewind it again. We had some sort of rotoscoping issue here. And it eats me alive, but what are you gonna do, right? See all the color information here? There's all this these little black information going on and off. Usually, I believe, Alex will have to tell you this, I believe that means it's artifacting. And it's just like when a rotoscope messes up. And you can also kind of see like the keyframe stretch over weird here. But like this would be on one of those CGI channels where they'd be like a CGI mistake.
There's no fucking way.
But then again, I guess it also lends itself to the apocalyptic environment because anything could happen. So look, see? So there's a little mistake right there. Don't even get me started on the story mistakes. I know I got tons of those. Now, let me just make sure I hit on everything here. Rotoscoping here, key, Prudential shot, base. Okay, yeah, my final point is this was like a 3-shot shoot. So that was a different shoot, obviously. But we had a wide shot, super wide, right? Then we had a close-up. Maybe it was 2 shots.
There's no fucking way.
It was actually 2 shots. With a little pivoting camera there. Boom. Yeah, and so what I learned is we shot this in like 1 hour. That's it. We shot this scene in 1 hour. And I could be wrong, but I kind of think I'm onto something here with more effective Hollywood movies. I've been on a bunch of huge movie sets where we're on set for 18 hours, but nothing's actually getting done. My personal belief is that the industry is going to shift to much smaller shoots, smaller crews, smaller sets, and more effective sets. People lose interest after working hard for 6 hours, even 4 hours. Like, people's attention spans are only that long. And I think that people are going to shift into like a 4 or 5 hour shoot on average, maybe a quick break, then another 3 hour shoot. But that's how you get your best work done. Anyway, that was the roof scene. I hope I provide you guys a little bit of value. Me personally, I like when you can kind of see the behind the scenes of what actually goes into some of these shots. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Apple Cinema's out now. And when you watch the whole movie, you'll be able to see that rotoscoping error. And all up. Hope you guys, again, if you like it, please just share it with a friend. That's all we're asking. And I believe this Apple Cinema chapter is about 98% wrapped up. And what's next for GDP?